Welcome to Energy Talks, a regular podcast series with expert discussions on power system testing topics. My name is Scott Williams from the podcast team at OMICRON, and I will be your host. In this episode, we are talking about the upcoming OMICRON Diagnostic Forum. This event takes place every 2 years and has become an important tradition at OMICRON for sharing knowledge, the latest experiences, and also best practices for diagnostic measurement with industry peers. This year's event, coming up in a few weeks, will take place completely online and is available to attendees from all over the world. We will talk about what you can expect at this year's event, and we will find out more about what makes attendees want to return every 2 years to participate. With me to discuss this event and all that you can learn and benefit from attending are, first of all, Verena Rein. She is a Regional Marketing Communications Manager and a member of the organizing team. Hello, Verena.
Hello, Scott.
Great to have you. And also with me is Tobias Schmutzhard. He is a process manager focused on application engineering and technical support at OMICRON. Hello, Tobias.
Hi, Scott. Thanks for having us here. Really appreciate your invitation.
Okay, so again, we're talking about the OMICRON Diagnostic Forum. And Verena, let me start with you, if I may. Could you briefly tell us about this year's OMICRON Diagnostic Forum? For example, when does it take place and who can attend?
Yeah, Scott, it takes place from 24 to 25 of March. And basically everybody can attend who's interested in the electric power system and its assets. And I think it's going to be really, really interesting, and it's quite soon. So yeah, we're already really excited.
Okay, great. So just to verify, do you have to be an OMICRON customer to attend this event?
No, not necessarily. So we really welcome everybody who's interested in the power system and the electrical assets.
Okay, so this event normally takes place in person every 2 years, but you have moved it this year to an online format. What can attendees and those interested in attending expect from that?
Well, I think it's going to be really interesting because you can really basically meet people from all over the world online. So I think this is even much more international than it would normally be. And I think you can, expect a real interesting program. So Tobias will tell us more about it later on. And additionally, you can also expect a very exciting evening event. So I think you will talk a little bit more about that later on, Scott, right?
Exactly. Well, why don't we just go into that now? What is this evening event?
Well, it's a great opportunity to network with people all over the world, with your peers. So we will have kind of peer forums, so where you can really discuss different topics with a peer within a small peer group. But we also have some very, I would say, exciting additional points during the evening program, like a virtual company tour, for instance. And you can even win something. So I think you can be really excited.
Oh, excellent. So one more question about the forum. Are they going to be topic-specific forums where participants can get together and chat about a topic?
Yeah, exactly. So we're planning to have kind of different groups where you can really discuss within a smaller group your topic. And I think it offers you space to really discuss, basically in person, online with several peers. And so you don't really have to be afraid of being in a too big of a group, but you can really discuss in a small peer group.
So compared to other online events with presentations, this sounds like it's going to make the whole thing very interactive.
Yeah, and if you're talking about the program, then we even offer the possibility to watch some live demonstrations because we have some great video capabilities here at our site. And we will really show you some live on-site demonstrations, basically with our assets, which we have here. But again, I would also refer to Tobias later on because he's head of the program committee, so he can give you more details on that too.
Okay, Verena, one last question for now. All presentations at this event are available in English, is that correct?
Yeah, they are available in English. It's basically 2 half days with different forums within these days. And additionally, before the English part, we also have a German part. If we have maybe some listeners who would prefer to listen to it and watch it in German, that's also a possibility.
Okay, great. So, Tobias, I'd like to ask you a few questions. First of all, the OMICRON Diagnostic Forum has a long history and tradition of sharing power system testing knowledge and experiences. Could you tell us more about that?
Certainly. Yeah, knowledge sharing, as it stands for, is, I would say, really in our company DNA. We strongly believe that sharing our knowledge with our customers is very essential. And I would say, back in already the 90s, we started our still today existing user meetings. And from a primary perspective, in 2006, we conducted the first transformer diagnostic workshop. Host back then was still Michael Krüger. Over and over, we listened to the market demand and widened the application areas. First, as I said, we started with the power transformer, added as well instrument transformer, rotating machine breakers, and as well transmission cables. Mm-hmm. And I would say over the past years, the Diagnose Forum developed in a quite well accepted meeting point within our industry. Yeah, a forum where interested people come together and exchange opinions and learn best practice from other utilities and from other users.
Okay. At this year's event, what types of diagnostic testing topics will be presented, and who will be presenting these topics?
Yeah, as mentioned before, the assets will cover power transformers, instrument transformer, and power quality, circuit breaker rotating machines, and as well cables. We'll have as well a keynote, which will be held by Mr. Breuer. He's the CEO of the Rein company. And he will focus with his keynote on the topic, the future of digital asset diagnostics. But topics will cover as well the impact of the changing electrical systems with more renewable sources and the implications on this on the grid.
Okay. Tobias, how does the OMICRON Diagnostic Forum differ from other types of events? What is the key benefit that keeps attendees coming back every 2 years to participate?
Maybe let me add 2 key benefits from what I see from
2
my
is better
perspective.
Than 1. Great.
Thank you. Number 1, I think you can be sure that you will meet a person who wants to exchange with you, either in coffee breaks, either during an interactive Q&A session, and sometimes, and not very unpopular as well, even during the presentations itself. And secondly, I would say the key element is, from what Verena has mentioned before as well, a strong focus on this practically hands-on sessions. And yes, we will as well, even though we had to fully virtualize the Diagnose Forum, we've invested quite some efforts as well and will present as well case studies as close as possible with the new camera and all these other technologies which we'll use, and will give you as well a very, I would say, close experience from almost seeing it in a live environment.
Very good. Okay. Well, thank you, Tobias. Verena, I understand that admission to this year's event is free. Could you tell us more about that?
Yeah, indeed, it's free, Scott. Normally, we would charge something for this type of event, but as we are currently in a very special situation, as we all know, we decided for 2 reasons not to charge for this event. On the one hand, we know that all our customers are currently really under pressure because they are supplying such a key critical infrastructure, and we all depend on electricity, and we know how crucial it is, especially in this pandemic situation. And so we really wanted to support our customers with this sharing knowledge format, and hopefully supply them with knowledge and help them solve this very difficult situation, or this very crucial situation which they are at the time being. And additionally, we also think this is our second reason really for not charging. We think that there are people on this world who currently face an even more difficult situation. And so we thought, okay, we would like to offer the possibility to donate something to a charity which is called Crossing Borders. And actually, Crossing Borders is part of the Omicron philosophy, because in our vision statement, we also say we would like to change the world for the better. And so it was kind of idea by our founder to found also Crossing Borders. And it's an organization who supports the underprivileged people on this world with help of different projects. And the key focus is on education, because we think that education can really change this world and can change the situation for underprivileged children and young people on this world. Mm-hmm. And that's why we would really like to support this also with the Diagnostics Forum.
Okay. So when they register, they have an opportunity to make a donation.
Yes, exactly. So we show everybody how this donation can be made. It's, as mentioned, via Crossing Borders, which is supported by Omicron, but generally it's an independent organization. And you can really find all the details on our website.
Okay. Well, this certainly sounds like a very good cause to contribute to. Thank you for letting us know about that. Verena, when is the deadline for registering to this year's event?
Well, basically, it's on the 19th of March. But if you decide very spontaneously to attend, we'll also find a way to let you attend. And so you can always contact us. Even if you decide on your participation after 19th of March, you can still contact us via events@omicronenergy.com. And so then we'll still provide you with the link to enter the Diagnostics Forum.
Okay, that's very kind. It is rather last minute notice, but again, if you are interested in participating in this year's event, you can register on our events page, and that URL is events.omicronenergy.com /DF. DF stands for Diagnostic Forum, or you can just simply go to our website, OMICRONenergy.com, and look under events to see our event calendar. And at the 24th of March is where you can see the entry for the Diagnostic Forum. Is that correct, Verena?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Scott, for summarizing it.
Tobias, if those interested in attending end up missing this year's event, what would you recommend to them?
We have already a broad range of, meanwhile, as well, online training courses via our Omicron Academy. We have regular webinar offerings, and we will make as well the recordings of this particular event available afterwards. If you don't manage to attend, let us know if you're interested in the content and send us an email to events@omicronenergy.com.
Verena, is there anything else we forgot to mention?
I would just highlight two additional points. On the one hand, I would once again point to the evening event, because it will be a very interactive forum, basically. And it can be, depending on where you are, where in the world. So it might be not evening, but it will be a socializing event where you can meet your peer group and discuss really in a smaller group. And as mentioned, there are also a lot of additional program points which we have planned. So be excited. And I would also like to once again highlight the program. So have a look at the program of the Diagnostics Forum, because I know that Tobias and his team really tried to approach some of the recent challenges which we face in the electrical power grid. So, for instance, with additional renewable resources coming into the grid, there are a number of challenges to the assets in the grid. And so I think, Tobias, you and your team really tried to approach this topic. And I think this is going to be really exciting.
Absolutely. We're trying to bring in several aspects with a special focus on the diagnostics. And look forward to a very colorful program. And I'm sure that there will be something interesting for you.
Okay, great. So this program of all of the presentations that will take place throughout the event can also be found on the information and registration page for the Omicron Diagnostic Forum. So Verena and Tobias, thank you very much for being with us for this episode and letting us all know about the Omicron Diagnostic Forum.
Thank you, Scott, for having us.
Great. Looking forward to welcoming many of you at the Diagnosis Forum.
Great. Thank you very, very much. And a big thank you to our audience for listening to this episode of Energy Talks. We welcome your questions and feedback. Simply send us an email to podcast@omicronenergy.com. Omicron has several years of experience in power system testing and offers you the matching solution for your application. Be sure to visit our website for more information at omicronenergy.com. And if you are interested in registering to attend the upcoming Omicron Diagnostic Forum, please visit our event page for more information at events.omicronenergy.com/DF. Please join us to listen to the next episode of Energy Talks. Goodbye for now, everyone.